Well, I'm gonna beat you to the punch on this. Your first interview about yours and Ken's success as a married couple. Because you beat me to my next question, which is, you guys have this great partnership of equals for a long time. You admire each other, respect each other, and create a great example for others, like my wife and I, and lots of others, about how to create a real successful partnership at home and at work. Can you share what advice you might give to other younger couples coming up now?
Well, I don't think anything happens by chance. Peter Drucker says the only thing that happens by chance is chaos, mayhem, whatever. And I believe in that. I actually believe that you have to work at the things that are the most important to you. So Ken and I have gone to, we went to Marriage Encounter very early on in our marriage. We still go to marriage retreats. And, we learn every time. And so I think we've been in some support groups for other married couples. What we're in one now about how do we create an exceptional marriage, and it's really interesting to find out what some other people are doing and everything. So I think that's one thing, is that there are a lot of things available to people in their churches, synagogues, and if they would take advantage of them, I think it would help them to realize. The other thing is that we've grown up with this amazing model called situational leadership. And one of the things that you learn in situational leadership is that you go from being an enthusiastic beginner to a disillusioned learner to then a cautious but capable person and then an achiever. And any time you start something new, you're going to probably go through that period of disillusionment. And what you need then is a cheerleader. You need somebody to encourage you, and just knowing that is helpful. So that's been a helpful model for us to be able to have conversations around, if Ken gets started in something and he gets discouraged, at least I know he's going through discouragement and that kind of thing. And we went through that in our own marriage. We went through a period where it was harder than we thought, a lot harder than we thought. And, it was about 11 years into our marriage, and I really had been trying to change Ken for about 11 years. And finally, one day I woke up and I said, I'm going to love Ken for all the reasons that I love him, and I'm going to love him for all the other things.
Good for you.
And I tell you, just about everybody that's been married a long time will tell you the day that happened, that I'm going to love him for what I love him for, and I'm going to either decide the rest of it doesn't matter as much. And the most wonderful thing about that is if you can love somebody that way and admire someone that way, you can actually believe and know that they can love you that way.
That's huge. Wow.
And that's extending grace to yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you extend grace to someone else, you basically are extending grace to someone, to yourself, and then you're a much better person to live with anyway. So
that's wonderful. Great insight. Thank you.
Yeah.